How's it going, everyone? I am the Shaz here, going over the brand new URs on the upcoming FES banner, Umi and Dia, along with the SRs, Angelic Angel Kotori, Niji Iro Heart Ayumu, and Niji Iro Heart Shioriko. Speaking of the SRs, Angelic Angel Kotori is a pretty decent SR, a natural attribute SK type stamina healer with a relatively high technique stat at max limit break for an SR of 8996. Her passive and LSA both leave a lot to be desired, but it's an SR, so we can't expect too much. The next card, Niji Iro Heart Ayumu, is another stamina healer, this time a smile attribute guard type. To make it simple, this card is essentially a better version of her Tokimeki Runner's SR, just in a different attribute and with a slightly better LSA. The last of the SRs is Niji Iro Heart Shioriko, a pure attribute voltage type whose closest comparison is Soreboku Maki. Maki is the better card appeal-wise, but Shioriko is no slouch, as her tap active and passive both buff appeal of voltage-type cards, making it dramatically easier to score with her when you use her for Dream Live Parade. The first of the URs we'll review is the face of the banner, a Maiden's Innocence Umi, who enters as a cool attribute SK type. At limit break 0, Umi starts off with 7410 base appeal, a very low 2964 base stamina, and 8145 base technique, giving her a crit profile and just below a 40% crit rate. Umi's tap active is a brand new hybrid ability, increasing the crit rate by 9% and voltage gain by 4.6% for the next 5 notes for each card in Umi's strategy at skill level 3. With this tap active having the standard 33% activation rate. Her passive is one of the best for frontline scoring, giving a 6% appeal buff to all cards in her strategy by 6% at skill level 3. Her LSA is honestly pretty terrible, as the first 20 times this Umi crits adds 30% of her appeal as voltage. Well, how to accurately break this card down? To put it in its simplest terms, this card is best used for Advanced Plus, Expert, or Challenge difficulty songs. Getting both a crit rate increase in addition to a voltage gain with Umi's tap active allows for much easier scoring on those songs with higher voltage totals, and her stats at max limit break will make some of the SP voltage appeal chances easier as well. Also, as much as this card may seem like it's good for Advanced difficulty lives for voltage rankings and SBL, the truth of the matter is that SP gauge fillers still reign supreme, as this card doesn't really have much to offer in terms of additional scoring. Some of you will say, but her LSA though! Here's the math of it. Let's say you happen to use this card at limit break 0 with a max limit break Party Shioriko and a max limit break second FES Yo for a song, with all 3 cards having appeal plus medium same strategy insights. From insights alone, each card gets a 22% appeal buff, in addition to the 6% from Umi's passive, 8.4% appeal buff from Shioriko's passive, and a total of 9.5% appeal buffing from Yo's passive and live show active. With all that appeal buffing, Umi's live show active will provide a whopping 3,287 voltage per crit, giving a grand total of 65,756 voltage per song. Now yes, this is on the lower side of the example, but even if we did run a full backline of appeal boosters to help this card out, she's still only providing an extra 200k voltage at most, which would still be less than finding a way to cheat out an extra SP gauge. In all honesty, if you're looking for a good cool score on an advanced difficulty song, you're better off looking towards Veggie Wonderland Yohane, a gacha card from a year ago. Finally, while this card is the epitome of Umi being Umi, this isn't the most important card on the banner, especially for meta competitors. Card ranking, voltage competitors, a very situational 5 out of 10, non-meta players, 7.5 out of 10. The true gem of the banner, much to the delight of her Oshis, is Dia's Illusion Dia, who makes her way into the game as a natural attribute SP type. At limit break 0, Dia begins with 7213 base appeal, 2767 base stamina, and 8512 base technique, also giving her the crit profile and a 40% crit rate. Her tap active will cause voltage competitors to scout for her, as she provides an SP gauge fill of 8% at skill level 3. Her passive is another hybrid, giving a base appeal increase of 4.6% and a technique increase of 2% to all other natural attribute cards at skill level 3. Her LSA is the first of its kind and incredibly unique, as it allows for SP gauge overflow of up to 200%, and will give a maximum of 30% extra voltage upon usage, but only if this Dia card and the song match attributes. A lot of discussion surrounding this card will be around her LSA, simply due to the fact that it's something we've never seen before. However, this LSA is not broken as many people may think it is, at least upon my analysis of it and the mechanics of the game. Think about this. You're running 3 max limit break SP gauge fillers for SBL, and you decide to take advantage of her LSA for Kimi Koko, one of the songs in the upcoming second SIF SBL. You fill up your SP gauge and neglect to use it until you feel you've hit the threshold for the LSA, and you pop your gauge for 325k voltage. Had you just used your SP gauge upon getting to full, which would have been 2 total uses, you would have scored 500k voltage. Now, could I be wrong about this and the game actually counts your SP gauge when fully charged as 2 SP gauges instead of 1? Sure, it probably could, but based on the way the skill is described, I believe the skill will act like how I described earlier, meaning that it will just give you a little extra scoring if you're not able to use an SP gauge before you clear an appeal chance. Card ranking, meta players, a tentative 8.5 out of 10, non-meta players, 9 out of 10. That concludes this video going over the newest FES banner. Dia Oshis, congratulations! Rene-san finally has a voltage ranking meta relevant card. It only took 2 years if you're a JP player. Now if we can only get My Mai Tonight as a playable song. As always, a big thank you to Xifrid for his help with the visual assets for this video. I've been I Am the Chaz, take it easy, be nice to each other, and I'll see you all next time.